So another special type that we're going to look at is the sum and difference of two cubes. So this looks a bit different. For starters, we're not talking about a quadratic. We don't have a squared term, we have cubic terms. It's also not trinomial. There aren't 3 terms, we've only got 2. But it is something that you need to recognise because factorising any other way is quite difficult. So a cubed plus b cubed will factorise to a plus b outside of a squared minus ab plus b squared. And a cubed minus b cubed factorises to a minus b outside of a squared plus ab plus b squared. Now this can be very confusing trying to figure out which one's which, and they're so similar. One of the techniques that we can use to try and remember what exactly is happening is called SOAP. And what it does is help us remember what sign we need to put where. SOAP. The first operation is always the same as what we had in the expression we're factorising. The second is the opposite, and the last is always positive. And this works for both. This is the same, this is the opposite, and the last one is always positive. So looking at our first example, x cubed plus 27, the first term is obviously x cubed, and our second term is 3 cubed. So then what we do is we substitute them into the formula. So in our first brackets, we just have those 2 factors on their own, the x and the 3. In the second, we square the first, then we have the product of the 2, and then we square the second. And then we have to decide, well, which sign goes where. So go back to SOAP. The same sign first, the opposite sign, and the last one is always positive. So having another go, 8a cubed minus 125. Well, 8a cubed is 2a all cubed. 125 is 5 cubed. And then we go back to our definition again. So our first set of brackets, we just keep those 2 terms. We don't do anything to them. In our second set, we square the first, then we do the product of the 2, and then we square the second. Then we decide what signs. The first sign is the same as the one in the expression, the second one is the opposite, and the last is always positive. So 8a cubed minus 125 factorises to 2a minus 5 outside of 4a squared plus 10a plus 25. That's what you need to do exercise 213. Enjoy, and I'll see you in class.